Okay, today I am solving problem on design of end blocks, module 5. Okay, in module 5, while solving the design of end block, we have to remember few formula. If your formula is available in codebook, you have to remember. The first one is tensile stress. So tensile stress can be calculated by using FV maximum. Tensile stress FV maximum is equal to FC into 0.98 minus 0.825 into yp naught divided by y naught. Here you can multiply 2 times of yp naught divided by 2 times of y naught for simplification like that. Okay, you can write, or you can no need to write no need to write 2 times here. Okay, and fc is equal to pk divided by 2 times of y naught into y naught square. This is the formula to calculate fc. Fc is nothing but compressive stress. The formula to calculate the compressive stress is equal to pk into 2 times of y naught into y naught square, and the ratio of f bst, f bursting stress. Okay, f bst divided by pk is equal to 0.32 minus 0.3 yp naught divided by y naught. So here b indicate, in the term the b indicate width of the beam. Okay, b indicate width of the beam, fc indicate compressive stress. So if the compressive stress is not given, if they given the what are the force acting on the member, then compressive stress can be calculated by using formula force divided by area of the plate. Fc is equal to force divided by area of the plate. AP, area of the plate, is equal to 2 times of y naught into 2 times of yp naught. So what is y naught and yp naught, I'll explain later. Okay, see here, 2 into y naught, 2 into y naught is nothing but depth of the prism. Y naught, see, 2 times of y naught, see, 2 times of y naught is nothing but depth of the prism. So we are considering, if it is a rectangular block, if it is a neutral axis like this, it is a neutral axis like this, then neutral axis below the portion is called depth of the prism. This is your prism, 2 into y naught. Depth of the prism is nothing but 2 times of y naught is nothing but depth of the prism. See, this is your neutral axis. Below the neutral axis portion is called depth of the prism, that is 2 into y naught, and 2 into y p naught. So the p indicate anchor plate, depth of the anchor plate. So suppose this is your rectangular plate. Suppose this is your rectangular plate. In that rectangular beam, in that if they provided some plate, anchor plate, if they provide an anchor plate, then the width of the anchor plate is nothing but 2 times of, means 2 into y p naught. So width of the or depth of the anchor plate is called 2 into y p naught is depth of the anchor plate. So don't confuse here, I will explain here. See, if it is a neutral axis here, if it is a neutral axis here, below the neutral axis portion is called 2 times of y naught, 2 times of y naught, that is prism. This is your prism, and this is anchor plate, 2 times of y p naught. If the p is coming, means the anchor plate. If you provided some plate inside the uh, zone, anchor zone, end block zone, then it's called anchor plate. P indicate plate. So don't confuse this both. And these are the formula how to calculate the size of the prism. So you already know this prism is there. See, this is your size of the prism below the portion. So there will be two methods, 2 into y naught and 2 into y naught indicate size of the prism. But you have to compare. 2 into y naught is equal to, that is 2 into y naught is equal to 2 times of y1. 2 times of whatever the plate is provided below the portion plate is called y1. 2 times of y1 is equal to 2 times of y naught. This is size of the prism. If it is greater than or equal to width of the beam, you have to check. 2 into y naught is equal, again you have to check width of the beam. So what is the width? See, this is width of the beam. You have to compare this width of the beam and 2 times of y naught, which is least value you have to consider. Based on least of value, we have to consider size of the prism. So size of the prism can be calculated by using two formula, two criteria. First one is 2 times of y1. What is y1? Y1 is, if it is, suppose the plate is there and the center of this plate below the portion is called y0, y1. You can see here. If it is a plate is here, see, the plate is here, below the plate part is called y1. 2 times of y1 is nothing but size of the prism. You have to compare this dimension with width of the beam. This is width of the beam. Which value is least, you have to consider for size of the prism. Okay, this is one criteria, size of the prism. And area of the steel can be calculated by using formula F bursting force divided by 0.87 into Fy, and number of bars can be calculated by total area divided by total area of the one bar. Okay, I'll solve one problem. You'll understood. Solve one problem. See here. A fence net anchorage system 100 mm dia carrying 12 wires of 7 mm dia is embedded eccentrically in the web and I section. So they're using I section. In that I section, they are providing 100 mm dia plate. You're getting, this is your I section. See, in this I section, they provided 100 mm dia plate. This is circular plate they using. Okay, 7 mm dia embedded in 12 wires. So this anchor plate contains 12 wires of 7 mm dia embedded eccentrically in the web and I section. So web thickness they give. What is the web thickness? Web thickness is 225. You can see here. We can see the web thickness is 225. Using IS code, determine the tensor and bursting tensor force in the end block and sketch the reinforcement details, and FP value is given 1600 MPa. So see here, this is I section. So in I section, they have provided 100 mm anchor plate. So first you have to calculate the area of the plate. So area of the plate, how to calculate? Area of the plate is equal to, they using 12 wires and 7 mm diameter. So area of the one plate is how much? One wire. So diameter they given, you can easily calculate area, right? So area is equal to 5 by 4 d square. D diameter is given 7 mm. So 7 square. This is area of the one dia. So in that plate there are 12 wires. So what is the area then? Total area. Total area is equal to 12 times of area of the one dia plate. Means one dia wire. So total area is equal to 461.8 mm square. So the area of this plate is equal to 461.8 mm square. Then FP value is given. FP is the stress. The stress of the F value is given 1600 Newton per mm square. So you already know the area of the plate. You already know what is the stress acting on the plate. Also you know. Then you can easily calculate what is the force acting on the plate. So you already know what is the formula to calculate the force. Force is equal to area into stress. So you already know what is the stress induced in the plate is 1600. You already know the area of the whole plate. Then formula to calculate stress is equal to force into area. 461.8 into 1600. This is FP value. So I already calculated the PK value. PK is a force acting on the system. 738.9 kilonewton. So I already told there will be again to calculate the size of the prism. So already I told what is the size of the prism. Size of the prism is nothing but there will be two criteria. First one is, I'll explain second one. First you have to compare with width of the beam. So what are the width of the beam? Width of the beam is given 225. See here, this is width of the beam. So what is the width of the beam is 225 mm. First you have to write size of the prism. Size of the prism can be calculated by two criteria. First one is 2 into y0 is equal to beam width. So this I section, the beam width is web. Beam width is nothing but web thickness, web width. So web width is 225. Second one, 2 into y0 is equal to 2 times of y1, because in the question they already mentioned the 100 mm dia plate at the center. So from the center below portion, that is called y1, center of the y1. So 2 times of y1. So in this problem they are not given any dimension of this figure. So y1 is not given. No need to bother then. So then you have to default take beam width. If they given y1, then you have to write the y1 2 times. 2 times of y1. What is the value you will get? You write, and you have to compare the both. Least value you have to take then after. This is the criteria to calculate the size of the prism. Don't confuse. This is prism size. This is whole part is called prism size. Prism size can be calculated by using two criteria. First one is beam width. Second one is 2 times of y1. You have to cross check and you have to take the least value. So I default I take 2 into y0 is equal to 225. This is size of the prism. Then you already know the formula. Stress calculation. H is equal to force divided by 2 times of y0 into 2 times of y0. So already you calculated this value 225. Multiply with 2 times and you calculate FC value. This is the size of the prism. What is this? Is size of the prism is this block. And second one is size of the anchor plate, this anchor plate, 100 anchor plate. See, this second one is size of the anchor plate. Don't confuse. Size of the anchor plate will be denoted by 2 times of y p naught. P indicate anchor plate. So this is your anchor plate consists of circular having 100 diameter. So what is the area of the anchor plate? One diameter, 5 by 4 into d square. 5 by 4 into d square. So to calculate the size of the anchor plate, I convert this circular plate into rectangular plate. So you can I can assume, right, the circular plate can be, I will be assume as a rectangular. So rectangular size, and I'll give the dimension is a into a size. Side will be a and width will be a. This is area. Then if it is a square, then what is the area of the square? Area of the square is nothing but a square. A into a, side a into a, and you already know the circular area 5 by 4 d square. So substitute the value of diameter and calculate the unknown value of a, means side. So after substitute the value, I got the a value is equal to 88.62. So that a value is nothing but your size of the anchor plate. Size of the anchor plate is nothing but here. See, this is size of the anchor plate. This side, one side. Size of the anchor plate is nothing but one side. This is circular plate is there. So one side area is nothing but 88.62. So in this module 5, you only concentrate on 2 times of yp naught value and 2 times of y naught. If you got 2 value, then you can easily substitute value here. So see, so to calculate the tensile stress, you need unknown value yp naught and y naught. That's why I calculated y naught. Y naught is plate, sorry, y naught is your size of the prism. 2 times of yp naught is anchor plate. So already calculate anchor plate here. So here you can multiply 2 times, you can directly substitute, or else divide by 2, because there 2 times is there. So divide by 2 y naught, and the FC value already calculated 14.59, and substitute the values, you get tensile stress. After this, the formula is same, bursting stress. Bursting force formula, F BST is equal to PK into 0.32 minus 0.3 into YP naught divided by Y naught. Just substitute the values, you get bursting force. Then area of the steel also, area of the steel, this formula is available in a code book. So in the code book, they already given the formula, F bursting force divided by 0.87 into Fy. So Fy value is given in a code book. For the steel, mild steel, the Fy value is 250. In code book, they given 410 and a 500 F steel value and all. So based on this, you have to just substitute all as, you have to take default value 410 or 250 or something like that. This is area of the steel. So already I got the area of the steel. This is how this much area already got. So I'll assume that 10 mm bar I'll provide. The number of 10 mm bar I'll provide. This is total area. So total area divided by area of the one bar of 10. So I'll get the 9 each direction. So total number of bar is 9. So in the anchor plate, 2 times of y naught. See, this is my longitudinal section. 2 times of y naught. 2 times of y naught is nothing but this. This is my 2 times of y naught. See, beam width nothing but this. So 225 dimension is there. In that 225, I'm just showing the longitudinal section. So 2 times of y naught in the longitudinal section, I'll provide 9 bars here, 3 bars here, 3 bars here, 3 bars here, 9 bars. Each 9 bars, so 3 bars will be 9. So if you get in 10 bars, you can provide 1 more bars here, 4 bars inside. So based on that, you have to just substitute the, or you have to provide the bars and all. This is simple problem in module 5. But it's a very simple problem. You can easily understood this problem. Okay, any doubt you can ask me personally.